What's up, everybody? Welcome back to On the Warpath. It's Sanchez 405. It's Warpath Wednesday, y'all. If you're new, make sure you click that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime there's new content posted. And as always, like, comment, and share this video out if you can. If you're on Twitter, make sure you come over to YouTube. Say hello, what's up? Don't really matter, but we're going to have a good time. As I'm still recovering over that table-sized concussion from Buffalo, I had to bring in somebody with great reverence. I got a man who shames everybody in the facial hair business. My guy, the man, the myth, the legend, one half of Authentic and the Beard on YouTube. Go check them brothers out. The man walks on water. My man, Tim the Beard Stewart, is here with us. Tim,
What is
how
going
you
on?
doing, man?
Hey, man, look, it's a blessing to be here, man. You know what I'm saying? I was telling you right before we went on, I got nothing but love for the man Corey, what he does for the, you know what I'm saying, the Washington football team community. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's, I love, let me tell you, I love hearing you call up on the radio every day, man. Like nothing, like look, I be in my car and I'm whipping from DC to Maryland in the morning, because I live out in the city, and I'm listening to Travis, and I'm like, as soon as he says slapping tables, Corey, I'm like, it's about to go down. So and I've always, you know what I'm saying, have nothing but respect for you. So I appreciate you bringing me on. It's good for the community, everybody that's out here creating content for Washington football team to, you know what I'm saying, show each other love, because you know how it be as a Washington fan sometimes. It's on social media, it's like you don't agree with somebody, it's like you in trouble, you know what I'm saying? Like you done talked bad against the Lord or something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm blessed to be here, man. I appreciate it, brother.
Hey, man, thank you for blessing us with your presence. Give a couple of shout outs. What's up, Bruce? What's up, JJ? Authentic's up in here. Abel, Spider Monkey. Let's see, Certified Yam Inspector. What's up, brother? Patrick, West, and Anna. Of course, the First Lady is on here as well. But Tim, let's just dive right into it. What we saw on Sunday was a grade A, and I'm not 10 minutes in, but I'm gonna say it anyway, ass whooping. That was D pants, I mean everything Buffalo could do. It was their get right game. This team came up with no effort, no bite, no clawing, no stretching, no anything. You had 10 days to prepare, and they lay the biggest egg I've seen in a long time. You might as well have been shut out in this game. What were your initial thoughts seeing them against Buffalo on Sunday?
I mean, I don't want to get all Dennis Green on them, you know what I'm saying? But look, offensively, it was only a matter of time, really, because I'm not anti Heinicke, right? Like I'm always going to root for whoever my quarterback is, you know what I'm saying? But I always had, trouble with people, kind of just like putting him on this pedestal, because, a lot of that has to do with, that one game. It's like the story behind it, like the way that it all evolved in the Tampa Bay game. But I kept telling people, like, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you watch the tape, there was 2 plays on that game that Tampa Bay dropped clear interceptions. They didn't have 2 of their best defenders. It's just like, you kind of have to have realistic expectations. And I was a big Fitz Magic guy, you know what I'm saying? And it's not just because we both got the beard, you know what I'm saying? But it was just that. So, offensively, there's a lot going on, whether it's play calling, whether it's execution. And defensively, it's just, it's not that we're overrated. I think it was just that we were overhyped. You know what I'm saying? Because if you go back to the string of games in which Washington's defense last year performed so well, it was against, not superior competition. And when we looked at the schedule at the beginning of the year, you knew, like, look, you're going to face 7 out of the top 10 quarterbacks in the National Football League in this schedule. And Josh Allen came out and proved, that he was one of those 7 of the top 10 quarterbacks that you're going to face. And it's just they expose everything that was our weakness. In the middle was just, like Emmanuel Sanders and Cole Beasley were killing us. It wasn't even Stephon Diggs, what I'm saying, as much as it was Beasley and Emmanuel Sanders. And even Dawson Knox, every time we play against a team, I know the name of the tight end because they typically have been able to, expose the middle of the field on us. And it's just, it wasn't even like the sacks thing. Like everybody gets so caught up in the stat of the sack, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like there was some pressure there. You know what I'm saying? Deron Payne had a great game. Yeah, I want to say he had 14 quarterback pressures in that game. You know what I'm saying? And Chase Young even had 6. He was the second most quarterback pressures in that game with 6. You know what I'm saying? Like they might not have gotten sacks, but it's just it's not necessarily that they're undisciplined, but they're just a lot of this defense has to do with gap assignments. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like, if the pressure comes from the middle, then you know what I'm saying that's where the outside has to make the play. If the
Mhm.
outside is forcing the quarterback to step up, the guys in the middle got to fill those middle gaps and make the play. And it's just, it's so much wrong that you don't even know where to go to get right. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it's just every aspect of it. And it's special teams usually is like, like you always can rely on Tress Way, right? But you always a little sketched out about Hopkins. You always a little sketched out about who's returning the ball. But I mean, Hopkins, that play is like, that's a one of a kind play. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this is the thing that really makes me upset about this game. And it's about not just about this game, but it's become a trend. Okay, so Washington cannot score in the beginning of a game. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
that we've gone 19 straight regular season games without scoring on the first drive, touchdown on
Yeah.
the first drive. 19 straight regular season games. And it's just like, on defense, they scoring touchdowns every time on the first drive. And it's not even just the first drive of the game, the first drive of the second half and the
Mm-hmm.
end of the first half. We were down 21-14 with the ball with 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the first half. And we end up going into halftime down 27-14. Like that's where the game changed right there. You know what I'm saying? Like down 21-0. A lot of people could say 21 skunk, game over. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But they kind of clawed back, and then look what happened. They crumbled again. So it's a lot going on right now. But I mean, I wasn't necessarily surprised that we lost. I was a little surprised at how we lost. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the big difference because I had this game as an L on the schedule. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I had in the beginning of the season, I had Washington going 10-7. That was my prediction for this game. So it's just like it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's wild to think. You bring up that you talk about the gap assignment, and they're missing they're missing the mark on that. And I've talked to a couple people that they say Chase Young is playing he's playing too damn high. And he's not getting in there. And he comes in and he has comments about people BSing and everything like that. Ultimately, survey says that you're BSing out there, Chase. But you can't win ball games if your defense can't get off the field and your offense can't stay on the field. You're 32nd in third down conversion rate on offense, and then 30th, giving up 58. They gave up 60% this past game. It was 58.1. It went up 0.5% to 58.6. I feel like I feel like I'm talking about the stock market here.
Yeah.
When I'm saying this, the average is like, what is it? I don't know if we're looking at like the daily rate at Bitcoin, or are we talking about a defense giving up third down? In the most egregious, like you say we lost it, then we lost it on 3rd and 15 on the first drive.
Oh, it was that one got my blood boiling, my toast burning. I mean, it was everything you could. Like it's just and not even on the third downs is just so bad. Like the numbers you mentioned. I mean, we've converted 9 third downs in 3 games. Like you can't. That's Pop Warner. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like it just doesn't work like that. And the thing is that the penalties on third downs. It'd be the third downs that you don't convert like that. Like you convert the third down, like the McKissick penalty. You converted that third down. The Lord has shined down on us for third down, and then look what happened. Penalty.
Yep.
Like you thought you was in the good, and then nope, you get the penalty. So it's just like every time something seems to maybe go right, something go wrong. Like, it's just the inconsistencies and not being able to put all the aspects of the game together at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's difficult, and it's just the time of possession. Like, we're running the half the amount of plays as our opposition is.
Yep.
You know, and it's like you can't. I don't remember the last time they sustained a drive. Like, it's like every time we score, it's been on short fields. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't remember a sustained drive, and like that affects your defense too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you can't expect your defense to you know, put up these big games if they're coming on the field every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, I mean, and, you know, going back to your comments about Taylor too, I kind of shifting back. Oh Lord, it always seems like we fall in love with Jags here. It's a reason why this guy's a journeyman, right? I said he's nothing, and I said this on Sideline podcast yesterday. I say he's a Cialis commercial. He comes up short all the time. That's exactly what he does. Like, we are celebrating a man who almost got there.
Yeah.
I will celebrate his effort.
You know what they say, right? Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Thank
you.
Coach,
my football coach, shout out Coach Sosa. He used to tell me that all the time. Yeah. One of the kids be like, "But Coach, I almost had him." He'd be like, "Son,
you didn't."
Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
And what my favorite one is, if ands and butts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. And that's, I mean, it's true though. Like, we sit here and we celebrated almost beating the Bucks. Like, that's what we celebrate at the end of the day. And then we celebrate the grace of God, which we should always celebrate. But we celebrate the grace of God on Thursday Night Football against the Giants because we had to get redemption. It was like we were playing beer pong at the frat house, and we got a redemption. Thank you, Dexter Lawrence. You knocked the cup down, and you gave us an extra shot.
We should be 0-3. Everybody knows that right now.
You should be.
You know what? And I mean, like, if you want to go to the ifs and maybes and shouldas and couldas and wouldas, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Chargers game too. Like, I mean, the Gibson. It's unfortunate because he was, you know, playing really well. But that fumble, you know what I'm saying? If that fumble doesn't happen, we probably escape that game. And you know, the Chargers are a really good team. Like, that was one of those games on the schedule where I was like, you know, maybe we can pull away with a W there, you know what I'm saying? But if we lost, I would understand it, you know what I'm saying? And it's just with Heinicke, I can see why people have a fascination with him, and I can see why, you know, the coaches see something in him because typically with Washington, it's like, you know, you got to have a guy that can make plays happen because typically our offensive line is not very good at protecting the quarterback.
Right.
And you saw that happen with the first couple minutes that Fitzpatrick was in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was it's weird too because, you know, their run block has been, you know, fairly good this season thus far. You know what I'm saying? And that first game, Cosme I mean, you knew what was going to happen. He was matched up with Bosa. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was going to get exposed. But since then, you know, the second game against the Giants, he allowed 0 quarterback pressures. You know what I'm saying? And this last game, he played really well too. Eric Flowers has been playing out his mind. It's the guys like Brandon Scherf that ain't been playing too great so far. Even Chase Roulier didn't have the best of game this past week. So I can understand, like, okay, you kind of need somebody who can maneuver outside the pocket. But the thing is that you got to remember that was Taylor Heinicke's first road game ever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's never even played on the road, and he going up to Buffalo, and that ain't an easy place to play in. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just, you can see the inexperience in his play. You know, he misses a lot of reads, and not necessarily like the reads where it's like, you know, you're going through your reads. He just picks the wrong place to throw the ball to. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of his problems. I mean, like, he missed a lot of open guys, and then he kind of tries to force things. If he gets he never really gets a rhythm, and that has a lot to do with the way that the offense is being called. That has a lot to do with no third down conversions, because it's the rhythm of the game is so important. I think people underestimate how important finding a rhythm is whether you're a quarterback or running back, you know what I'm saying, a defensive player. You know, a lot of times I used to think with Haskins, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always
Right.
thought Haskins played best when it was no huddle offense. Like, you know, like
Mm-hmm.
when the pace of the game was so fast, it didn't give him time to overthink something and make a mistake. And I think those are some of the things that you're seeing with Heinicke. And, you know, like, look, he's my QB. I'm gonna roll with him. You know what I'm saying? And what else are we gonna do? Like, there's gonna come to a point though where if this defense ends up playing to the capability that it should be playing at, and
Mm-hmm.
Heinicke is not performing, and Fitzpatrick is still on the IR, Kyle Allen gonna get another shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's for
think he
sure.
will. I think honestly, as crazy as this sounds, I think that's what we're gearing up for. And I think that because Kyle Allen was 5-0, 4-0 in Carolina when he replaced Cam Newton. The one thing I always have about Kyle Allen is he takes a lot of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
He takes more sacks than a cornhole board. That's just all it is to it. And you know, I mean, what one handicapped quarterback to another one with a bad leg, it's just a Washington story. So I will not. I'd put money on we won't see Fitzpatrick back again. I'll also put money that we won't go out and get Cam Newton.
Oh
And
yeah,
look,
nah. Look, Cam Newton ain't coming here. Y'all can get
no,
off that train. That
there you
train
go.
is, you
Thank
know what
you.
I'm saying? Cam Newton is not coming here. If Cam Newton was going to be in Washington, don't y'all think we would have been at this juncture already? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like Cam Newton is not coming here. Cam,
Right.
listen, and I've always been a big Cam guy. I think Cam gets a lot of heat, undeservedly so. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm here to watch how you perform on the field. I don't care what you're wearing at the post game. I don't care what music you listening to. Don't none of that mean nothing to me. It's about playing football.
Yeah.
So like he always caught a lot of heat that he ain't really deserve. You know what I'm saying? And so I've always been a big Cam guy, but I just think that those injuries really set him back. You know what I'm saying? Like physically, it just he's just not the same anymore. But like he's not coming here, so we ain't gotta worry about Cam. Now Fitzpatrick though, I wouldn't count him out quite
Really?
yet.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Talk to me now.
And look, I did say that I was a Fitzpatrick guy. You know what I'm saying?
know.
But it's just
I don't hold that against you, though. I don't hold that against you.
For me, my whole thing is that like you got to be realistic, right? Like look at the schedule. We about ready to hit a stretch,
right?
And I mean, like there's a good chance, that we're like 2-7. You know what I'm saying? By the time he can come back. Now, like it's almost like I got visions of last year going on again this year. But the big difference is that Dallas has Dak back. And as much as I hate to say it, Dallas they got the best players and they got the easiest schedule. That's a fact. There's no, we as much as we hate Dallas, we can't ignore that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like we kind of just got to look at it like you got to stay in the game, and when I say stay in the game, I mean you got to stay in the race for the division because ain't nobody making it out the NFC East as a wild card. That's a fact too.
Facts.
The only person making it into the playoffs out the NFC East is if you win the division. So for me, it's like Ryan Fitzpatrick. If Heinicke and that my biggest thing is like the defense gets to the point where the defense is supposed to play like how we thought they were going to play, and the quarterback play, whether it be Kyle Allen or Heinicke, is not, like doing what they got to do, then you got to try and get some magic. And I mean that literally, you might have to bring Fitzpatrick back in the game, and it's just like. And I think at that point in time, like you'll hopefully have more of an identity offensively. You know what I'm saying? We still ain't seen Curtis Samuel. He's at practice. He might be activated this week, and I'm sure we'll talk about.
You're talking about Paul Richardson, right? You're talking about Paul Richardson.
Nah, he ain't no Paul Richardson.
Yeah, he is. Wearing 10. He wearing 10. He wearing number 10, and he's stealing money, man. That's it. That's Paul Richardson written all over.
I ain't ready to listen. Until you play, I gotta see you at least play. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw Paul Richardson play. I mean, I thought I saw him play. You know what I'm saying? But like he ain't never really played. But I mean, we need him as much as I love De'Ami Brown because I think he's gonna get there, but he's not gonna get there right now. He's just not there. You know what I'm saying? And Cam Sims, I've been a big Cam Sims guy for years, and like that's what's killing me too. Is like y'all saw what he did in game. I'm not talking about no practice. I ain't talking about no training camp. You know what I'm saying? No all season superstar stuff. You seen what he can do in a real game.
Right.
Why they not like trying to feed him the ball? Like if you look at the targets, McLaurin, but it's not even targets, receptions. McLaurin 19, Thomas 12, Humphreys 10. That's their top 3 in receptions in 3 games. Ain't nobody else on the roster have more than single-digit receptions. Taylor Heinicke got a reception.
They did. They did.
You know what I'm saying? So
Dude,
it's like,
I seen that twice. I saw that twice this weekend. I saw that in a D2 football game, and then I saw that on Sunday. I said, I see this in 2 back-to-back days. You never that's how rare that is, a quarterback completing the pass to us. And it pretty much happened the same way. Defender came up, bounced it in the quarterback's hand both times, and both of them were my teams that I was rooting for. So one won, one didn't.
You're gonna need somebody else to step up, because I mean, like that's what it's about. It's like, because from a defensive side of things, right? Like it's easy for you to game plan against Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas, and Adam Humphreys. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nothing against Adam Humphreys. You know what I'm saying? He a low key, like, he like a B, like like he's like a backdoor Edelman sort of, you know what I'm saying, little guy. Shout out my man Johan. That's one of my boys right there.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate with the super chat. Thank you, Johan. Don't forget, we're still rebuilding. We just thought we were ahead of schedule because our defense performance last year. Keep hope alive. I like that. He must be a Jesse Jackson fan. I like that. Keep hope alive.
Yeah,
but
that's about it. That's perfect. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
What he's saying right there is so true, because and I showed my frustration last week. I said that people are ready to fire Ron Rivera 3 games into the into his second season. Like, and I'm just saying, and this is what I'm saying. Jay Gruden had 5 years. Let's say that again, Tim. Hold on. Let's say this again. Jay Gruden had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 on it. Hope I don't get copyright for it. And then you want to fire Jack Del Rio too. Joe Barry, 0-16 Joe Barry got 2 years. And then old Dusty Greg Minuski got 3 years? Are we sick? Like, what are we doing? I'm not a Jack Del Rio fan. Like, I'm not a Jack Del Rio fan. But his body of work is evident. Mm-hmm. Do we not forget what Greg Williams did in 2006? Where they had Adam Archuleta, and they had one of the worst defenses. What did Joe Gibbs do? Oh, that's right. He brought Greg Williams back the next year. Y'all, like, I don't know. I always say, I said this before. The worst thing that happened to Washington was we won the division last year.
Yeah, and it's facts, because I mean, you think about all it's good, right? Because, like, listen, we ain't have this sort of energy that we did at the end of last year since RG3. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And listen, I ain't never going to talk bad about RG3, because I've been in this city and I know how dead this city been. You know how many Cowboy fans out here in
here's
one.
You
know what I'm saying?
Here's one, but he's not in the city. But Ready Red, shout out to you. Yes, the Cowboys are number 1 in the division, on track to probably win the NFC East. But that's all.
I mean, like, it's like you win the division. Shout out my man Authentic. That's my co-host of Authentic in the Beard, Giants fan in the building. So, like, you win the division, but like RG3, right? He won that division. I was at that game when they beat Dallas to win the division, right? I ain't seen the city as lit like that. The fan base lit like that when that happened. And then, everything kind of went downhill, right? So, like, everything kind of came back, was revitalized with that division win. But then now you got to play a division winner schedule. Your draft pick is a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, now the expectations are high. And the thing is, with the fan base, it's like, the fan base is on, like, how society is. They on that microwave. You know what I'm saying? Like they want their hot pockets ready. But they want to bite into it when it ain't ready to be bitten into because it's too hot. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they want. And it's like, you know, like the people who are talking, like the same people who was ready to you know, give Taylor Heinicke the second coming of Jesus, the same people who say Chase Young is overrated. Ron Rivera gotta go.
Talk to me.
And all of those things. Like that
Come on.
listen, they not making sense. Like there's no logic in that. Like but Chase Young come out here this week and get you 3 sacks, you ain't gonna be saying he overrated no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like you gotta be careful with these sort of expectations, and you gotta be, you know, we've been talking about it all year on our show. You know, you can't be optimistic, you can't be pessimistic, but you gotta be realistic. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's like you what are you comparing Chase Young to? You know what I'm saying? Like the number one guy in the league right now, how many sacks is a sack leader have? 5.5.
Yep.
Right? You know, Chase Young have a good game. He get 3 sacks. He's right up there, you know, a couple sacks away from the leaders. Like the sack is not what it used to be. You know, because these quarterbacks ain't what they used to be.
Nope.
You know, quarterbacks, the offenses ain't what it used to be. You getting rid of the ball in under 2 seconds in some of these offenses. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just I'm so tired of hearing all of these, you know what I'm saying, these crazy reaches. Like I hear the Chase Young stuff and it gets me crazy. I'm just like, man, what you mean he overrated? He barely played 16 games now. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you say he's overrated?
Right.
Like, you know what he's done for this defense as a whole? Like Montez Sweat, y'all were talking about Montez Sweat being a bust. Chase Young come in, now Montez Sweat getting his. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to look at the bigger picture as a fan, and all this Chase Young hate, all this Ron Rivera. Do you know what Ron Rivera came into?
Oh, I know.
He came into. I mean, you know, but like, do these people know? Because they trying to call for his head. He done changed everything. Him and Jason Wright doing a good job right now. Yeah. We were at a situation. We was like, we ain't got no name. Our owner. They trying to buy they gotta buy other people out. He under investigation. You know what I'm saying? Like the stadium is falling apart. You know, like we were in a bad place.
Yes.
So you know, don't go at Ron Rivera's neck though.
Right. And shout out to Alexander Wilson. Appreciate the super chat, man. Don't blame anything on this fan base. This organization had given us doo-doo for over 20 years. Anytime this org does anything good, Snyder ruins it. I hear where you're coming from, Alexander, but we've got a great example of what patience and long suffering has done. We've played 2 teams in the previous 2 seasons in week 3. We played the Browns in week 3 of last year. Long suffering. It took them a long time to get it right. Fan base stayed loyal. I think they still had sellouts. And then we see table smashing up there in Western New York. So there's a point there. And I think it's magnified because of the media market that we're in. I make the joke all the time. Like Ron tried to take a stab at the media, right? I tell him to shut the hell up every time he says that, because you aren't in Charlotte anymore. You are in the biggest media market as far as they cover the White House and Congress. Do you think anybody, Nikki Giavala can go right down the corner and talk to somebody who's on the White House beat? He can go right down there and talk to somebody. You don't think Matthew Paris does this? You can't fool these guys. And that's what he's trying to do. Yeah. And you can't do it. I love Ron. But shut the hell up and coach football, man. Don't worry about them. Because you know what? Once the media is, y'all know I love this phrase. The media is the biggest hoes in the room. They will treat you right when you do right. If you do wrong, they're going to let you know. Come on now, somebody. Can I get a witness up in the comments? Somebody let me know that. But anyway, beside that, we move on from that. We got a ball game coming up.
Yes.
A man who we have never beat in his illustrious career. The man who probably a child couldn't choke on a toy as much as this man has done in the Super Bowl. Matt Ryan and the Dirty Birds host us in Atlanta in the house that Blank built down there on Martin Luther King Avenue. Beautiful stadium, 1 o'clock game and on Fox. And I don't know who they've got doing. Let's see who we got the game. I can tell you this game's going to be terrible. I knew that the Buffalo game was going to be terrible when I saw Chris Myers' name on there. They don't give a damn where they send Chris Myers. If you know Chris Myers, it's going to be a bad game either. Chris Myers never does a good game. Let's see here. Oh, hell, we got Kevin Kugler and Mark Sanchez. They really don't give a damn this week either. Huh? Woo, but Atlanta comes in there 1-2, beat the Giants. Struggled against the Giants. We struggled against the Giants, but we scored 30 points, a reprieve. Only 17 points, 17-14 in this one. They have a rookie tight end, Kyle Pitts. We struggle with him, who is, and this is the most Washington thing too, Tim. He hasn't scored a touchdown yet. I'm going to tell you all right now, look at me. Download your FanDuel, your win bet, bet MGM, go down there, get a prop bet, Kyle Pitts to score a touchdown.
I mean, he's licking his chops. You know he's licking his chops against those linebackers.
Yes.
I mean, to be honest with you, like, Atlanta got some problems too. Like, I don't know, their play calling is a little suspect at times also, but like I will tell you that Cordell Patterson is having a he's reviving himself
as a running back.
I feel like he does this, you know what I'm saying, once every like 3 years he shows up in a new city and he starts to revive his career, because he's playing running back, he's playing wide receiver. I mean, the dude has 21 carries and 13 catches, and he's got 2 touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's all over the field, and that kind of like that's what worries me the most, because a guy like that with the linebackers that we have, like, shout out to Jamin Davis. So I feel like he's getting better each game. You know what I'm saying? Like, He made a big play on 3rd down last week. It was a 4th down. 4th down, right? The big stop he had was on 4th down. So it's just that they're gonna have to do some stuff. Like, this is the game. It's an opportunity for Washington to right the ship. And they listen, I hate to use the term, right, must-win game and this and that, but like, I mean, let's be realistic, because ain't a lot of winnable games in the next, few weeks. So you got to get this dub with Atlanta. You get this dub with Atlanta, you go to 2-2, right? Dallas is going to face another tough test because they got the Panthers. The Panthers are 3-0. So we're going to see what the Panthers really about. If the Panthers are as good, as their 3-0 record states, you ain't sold yet.
They're the biggest fraud.
They're suspects.
They're the biggest frauds in the NFL.
Okay,
they're the biggest frauds.
Let me ask you real quick: who's the worst 3-0? The Panthers or the Broncos?
Ooh, that's the
Broncos. The
second biggest, the biggest fraud is the Broncos. 0-9. Yeah, and who did? They beat old Crab Legs. That's right. They dominated Crab. Yeah, and then they barely survived the Jets for the most part. I don't know, man. It's something about the Panthers.
Their defense is really good. That Carolina defense is legit, though. The only problem is, you know what I'm saying, now they lost J.C. Horn, but they brought in C.J. Henderson, who in my opinion, is a good, you know what I'm saying. And
they traded for him.
Coming out of University of Florida, got drafted by Jacksonville, you know what I'm saying. So I just, with the Atlanta thing, Atlanta's averaging 16 points per game right now. Okay? So, like, that right there is like, you're not playing Josh Allen. You're not playing nothing against Matt Ryan, because you know what I'm saying, Matt Ryan, he been putting up, doing a solid thing for a while now. But he's a different type of quarterback than Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Justin Herbert is just the rate in which Justin Herbert gets rid of the rock, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just boom, bam, boom, bam, boom, bam. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's executing. Matt Ryan will hold on to the ball a lot longer than these other quarterbacks that we faced so far. So, the opportunity is there to to make a play, but it's going to be third downs again. You know what I'm saying? Because so they've converted 35 of their first downs that they've converted on pass plays. The one thing that Washington can't defend, I mean, it doesn't matter what on third down they're doing, but specifically third down pass plays were horrible against. And if they're converting, you know what I'm saying, the majority of their third downs on pass plays, what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a long day. I mean, and then we ain't even talked about Calvin Ridley yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh no. Yeah, you come on, talk to me.
On the defensive side, you know, Fuller, man, on the outside getting. I mean, in the slot getting cooked.
Yeah, his best play was that sack against the Giants. Let me before we even finish that thought, let me shout out Nathan Perry, part of Ref the District. Shout out Nathan, what's up, brother? Daves will continue to improve. The more snaps he gets, we see. You still don't want to expose him too much, though. He's raw. I wish we had the patience with quarterbacks, but I agree with him 110%.
And shout out Rep the District. I was watching them before we went
good
live.
Guys.
You know what I'm
saying? Go check
yeah,
them out. Yeah,
I enjoy them a lot. So a big shout out to those guys.
My guy OG Merrill, he says, this is what I hate. As fans, we've always had to hope to win. We can't stick our chest out and say we're going to win.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that way this week. Yeah. I wasn't feeling that way last week. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, you got to be realistic.
Hell, right. I told people, like, I never do this because this is just the type of person I am. When we were and you were at the game too, I sat like right under the Giants radio booth, and I look up Bob Papa and Carl Banks are up there. I said it before. I look at Carl Banks, right? I said, Carl, the streak ends tonight. And I said, he had them little clear glasses on like the girls be wearing half the time. I said, go give your daughter back her glasses. Bob Papa too elite to talk to us common folk. He probably said, what is this unintelligent person saying to me with this country accent? But I was like, Bob, have a nice trip back on Amtrak. Have a nice day. I told you. But, you know, we can stick our chest out. But I think it goes with saying that we have no patience for building something. And then when we get a little taste of success, I have family who like they went on their first date one time and they got a kiss for the first time. They said, oh, I really like that. Where we get these at? And it's like we got to wait. You got to wait for the relationship to mature before you can move on to the next step. We haven't had that. We're going to have rocky roads like we are going through right now. I will fault Ron Rivera for this. They piddle-paddled on the quarterback situation. I agree. I don't. And they have. Ryan Fitzpatrick, we settled on him. We settled. I know there's a lot of people like him.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's not like we was like, hey, we gonna go get Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, when they signed Ryan Fitzpatrick, I got my radar is open, right? My radar I got the sonar, you know what I'm saying? I got the boop, boop, when the quarterback's all over, right? Mm-hmm. Ryan Fitzpatrick wasn't even on my radar for who he was gonna get. But we couldn't get the guys that we really wanted. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't get Stafford, I think, was the number one guy. That was the number one target. And I would have given up, you know what I'm saying, for a first-round pick for Matthew Stafford, for sure. You know what I'm saying? But, like, the situation he landed in L.A., I mean, Matthew Stafford, that L.A. Rams team is lights out. Like, that's for sure. And then, so, like, we kind of had to go with Ryan Fitzpatrick. But, look, how many times do we complain as a fan base that, you know what I'm saying, we going out, we spending all this money that we on people we shouldn't be spending money on. We reaching for players in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have it both ways. So it's like we finally like decided like, okay, look, we're not about ready to sell the whole future, give up 3 first-round draft picks and you know what I'm saying, Chase Young or Montez Sweat or any of the upfront guys for a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We didn't give that up. And we didn't give up draft capital to move up either. You know what I'm saying, in the draft. So, I mean, listen, I've kind of been an anti-Sam Darnold dude because, as you can tell, I'm a Notre Dame fan, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Sam Darnold, I watched him playing college, and just to me, he was never it. But you know, I'm always one to, you know what I'm saying, say when I'm wrong or whatnot. And I feel like, you know, he's kind of showing that he could play football. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we're gonna see how long that lasts, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like we finally didn't go all Adam Archuleta, Deion Sanders sort of situation, like where we just throwing out money to people and it not working. You know what I'm saying? We finally did that. We didn't reach in a draft. It's going to happen. But like I thought Fitzpatrick was a good fit for this team because you know, I thought it was going to be, you know, the Band-Aid until we figured out the long-term situation. But the problem is the fan base thought they listen, I'm not one to call people out, man, but there's this guy, and he stays talking and writing these articles about Taylor Heinicke like he is God. And I'm just like we found our franchise quarterback. I'm like, man, you've got
Stop it.
You have got to pump the brakes. Like, I hope, like, you know how awesome that would be if Taylor Heinicke was our franchise quarterback? It would be perfect. We got him for the cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could spend some money elsewhere, but I just don't think that that's it yet. So you know, like, but we got a lot of football left to be played, and it's really going to start right now in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to come out with this W, and it's everything. The recipe is there for us. You know what I'm saying? Like they've allowed 3 sacks in 2 of their first 3 games. Okay, so like that's an opportunity for us to, you know what I'm saying, get some sacks. Right. Like, you know, I think we can get. I'm pretty good at predicting sacks. So I predicted the exact number of sacks that we would have in the Giants game, and I did it a couple of times last season. So every once in a while, I like to throw a sack prediction out there.
I like it, man.
We're gonna get 4 sacks against Atlanta.
So
you can write that down and take it and parlay that up with the Kyle Pitts touchdown.
my man. So here, I'll ask you this question before we go on the 6-pack of picks. I always say this. I channel everybody's favorite 980 broadcaster, Kevin Sheehan. Washington wins if. So what does Washington need to do Washington will win this game if they do what?
All right. So Washington will win this game if they score on their first possession and stop Atlanta from scoring on their first possession.
Okay. I like that.
That's to me, that's the biggest point. That has to be it. Because listen, you want to turn things around, you gotta do it different than how you've been doing it. And what you've been doing, you ain't been scoring on your first drive, but you sure as hell been letting them score on their first drives. So and that's consistent. That's been going on for a long time now. You want to make some changes, that's how you change it. You got to do that. You got to score on your first possession, and you got to stop them from scoring on their first possession. And listen, not just you got to score a touchdown. I need a 75-yard drive.
That's right.
A 6-minute 75-yard drive.
There we go. I like it. I like it. I want a drive. And Steve Johnson, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Oh, it's Steve from Let's Talk Washington. The man. Y'all, this man has his own tech guy. We got to remember this. Steve, Let's Talk Washington. He has his own damn tech guy. Steve, one of the nicest dudes you ever meet. Great energy. Let me go through some of these people I done seen up in here before we get in the 6-pack. Call on Tyrone. He said 4. You heard my man. You heard Tim. He said 4. He said 4 for sure.
Foe.
Write it down.
Not even FOUR, but Foe. You know FOR. Foe.
1, 2, 3. 4. He got 4 with him.
Hey, shout out to Ready Red though. He said drop the light skinned dude's channel link.
Hey, Ready Red. Look, see, I don't know why he asking this. If he goes in the description and he's a mod on the channel, he can go and do that himself. So go and figure it out, Red. Shout out to my boy Red, one of my favorite Cowboy fans. I know that's an oxymoron. Steve, what's up, brother? Let me see. Let's go here. Down South VA. What's up, brother? He said shit to Washington. Defense set. Washington can't swat a fly. Well, you ain't getting there, brother. We ain't gonna go that far.
If you can't swat the fly off the fan, then you got to turn the fan on.
I know that's right.
You gotta outthink it sometimes.
Keep that same energy y'all gave us last year. We're gonna hit y'all in the damn mouth come December. That's what I say. Put it on there. He talking about Tim. I get this shit mixed up. Tim over here is talking about 4 sacks. We're gonna give you 4 fingers. We're gonna go Rick James on you, 5 fingers to the face, slap. And that will be my next step. But what's up, Alberto? How you doing? From Lima, HTTR. But we go into the 6-pack. Do this. We used to call this on Friday Focus, but since it's high school football, I can't be here on Fridays anymore. So we will go give you 6, maybe even 7 for the sign of completion for the church folks. But let's start out Thursday night football. Jacksonville is at Cincinnati. Does Cincinnati continue their streak, or does Justin Herbert in his first national televised debut?
Trevor Lawrence. You said Justin Herbert, Trevor Lawrence.
So sorry. Just all look the same. The damn long hair gets me all the time.
Sunshine. Just call him Sunshine. I guess they both got the sunshine.
East Coast sunshine, not West Coast sunshine. So Trevor Lawrence and his fake heart attack having head coach. Let's just ask you this. Does Urban Meyer prevent the heart attack? Does he take his blood pressure medication? Do they beat the Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow combination in Cincinnati? What's up, Juan Gotti? How you doing, brother?
All right, look, I got kind of a little bit of a dilemma here.
Okay? Oh crap! Here we go.
Because I stuck my neck out and I said Jacksonville's going to have a winning record this year. Okay, and I'm not off to a good start on that prediction. But
you messed that one up.
Yeah, I did.
Authentic.
Look, man, Urban Meyer.
Shout out to
Urban Meyer. Ain't never have a losing record.
Hey, if you need somebody to come on here and drop some common sense on Tim, just call me, brother. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead, bro. Go
ahead. So I kind of stuck because listen, I like their players. You know what I'm saying? I think they have some good young talent on that team. I'm a big Laviska Shenault guy. I think he's going to be a stud in this league. And James Robinson, and I thought they drafted well again. They have some good defensive players. And Urban Meyer ain't never have a losing season in his career ever as a head coach. So I just kind of was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's 17 games. They could probably win 9. But
that's right.
It's not looking good. So, and listen, I'm a big Joe Burrow guy too, big believer. Like, I watch a lot of college football. So like I love to see the transition periods of the young guns into the league, you know? And I was like, man, they're haters everywhere when you get on Twitter, right? Especially because they was trying to go at Jamar Chase. And look what he's doing. Balling. I gotta go with Cincy. I as much as my pride is telling me pick Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have to start getting some wins soon if you want to have a winning record. But I just can't. Cincinnati's playing really well, and their defense is actually playing better than I think a lot of people are even talking about. Linebacker who missed his rookie year last year with an injury, Logan Wilson. He's balling out. He's tied for the league lead in interceptions with 3.
Okay, now dropping a knowledge bomb here for me. Okay, gotcha.
That's a little nugget for y'all. That's what we like to call them at Authentic in the Beer. We like to call them nuggets.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna take my nugget pack right here. I'm gonna put all my nuggets on Cincinnati. It won't even be close.
I thought you was gonna say Jackson.
Oh, you crazy, man? No, you might be. You out your mind. I'm taking. No, come on now. You was off on that according to DJ. What's up, my brother, my frat brother, Mr. Arthur Beal? How you doing? Go to the next game. Dear God, I gotta say this. Carolina is at Dallas. Does the undefeated streak now? I want you. We all have to take the hate out of our heart here.
No, I'm a realistic dude. Listen, I listen. As much as I hate the Cowboys, I had to eat crow on Zeke on Tuesday's show because I was like, Pollard's the number 1 guy over there, and it's like, with Zeke, and then now they just figured out how to do it with the two of them. So like I had to eat crow on that, and I always give them respect. But I'm kind of curious about this game. This game is definitely has me, a little like. Carolina defense is good, man.
Yeah.
Their Carolina defense is good, and I just no Christian McCaffrey, and I'm a big Chuba guy. I love me some Chuba Hubbard, and I think that was one of the smartest picks of the NFL draft this past year because of a situations exactly like what's going on right now. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Carolina. I think. Listen, if they don't win, I know we're not going against the spread, but if you guys want to do add another leg to the Kyle Pitts and the 4-sack parlay, take Carolina to cover.
Okay.
But
Get your blankets
win,
out.
Though.
Get your blankets out. Get your blankets out right there. Yeah, I've got, unfortunately, I'm going to say I think Dallas wins this ball game. I just think it being down there at Jerry's Playhouse, weird things happen. I think Carolina will be 3-1 at the end of the day. I got to get to this real quick. What's up, Rolando? How you doing? What's up, Corey? 10 days prepared for the Bills, and that's what they did. Yeah, no offense. But Fitz didn't make any sense for this team. Let Heinicke either sink or swim. If he excels, great. If not, get one. Amen to that one. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you so much for that. And injuries could be a factor. That's what Authentic was saying. Old guy gaming. Always got that negativity and negative energy he's bringing. Let's see here. Oh, and Ryan Fitzpatrick giving out picks. Yes, that's true. This is his doppelganger. Baltimore is at, we'll go rapid fire like Travis says. Baltimore's at Denver. What do you got there?
Bateman, if Bateman comes back, I'll take Baltimore. That's another really good defense. I'm a big Baltimore guy. I'm a big Lamar Jackson guy. Yep. He's one of my favorites in the league, and another dude who I think doesn't get enough credit as he deserves. But I think this Broncos defense is the real deal. I think the Broncos and Carolina are better than what people are saying that they are. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna take Denver.
Yeah, you crazy, man. I'm going Ravens there. They win. If Justin Tucker can get 66-yard field goals, no atmosphere in a dome, he's going to be kicking 75-yarders up there in high altitude. Probably the second game of the week, and it's going to get overshadowed. Arizona travels to land of Stafford in the Rams. Who you got? Who remains undefeated there?
Man, you picked the toughest games, didn't you?
I told you it's a 6-pack, man. You're supposed to get drunk after you take
I was
going to
say, is this a IPA 6-pack?
Yeah,
like one of those like Sam Adams 20.8% was? Man, look, I love Arizona. I think they're a great team. That's the best division in football, if you ask me. The NFC West. I mean, the AFC West is right there behind it. But this Rams team, I thought that they were going to have a little bit of a hiccup without Cam Akers because I thought Cam Akers was the perfect running back for that offense. But they have shown that they're not missing a beat without Cam Akers. They have the defense. They have the offense. I love Kyler Murray, but unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to go with the Rams in this game.
Yeah. I like the Rams as well. Shout out Matt Stafford. I was wrong about you, Bubby. Thank you for getting me out to a 2-1 start in my fantasy league. I appreciate that. Let's see here. This game's trash, so I'm not even going to tell you that one. I was going to say Pittsburgh and Green Bay, but I don't want to deal with that one right now.
Dwayne Haskins coming in that game.
Oh, yeah. Oh, strip club Simba, boys. Dollar Wayne, y'all. But I tell you what, we talk about glitter. There will be no more glitter. There'll be glitter and glam in Foxborough. Tom Brady makes his return to the Patriots as he leaves the Tampa Bay, pissed off after the egg they laid in LA. Who comes out on top on this one?
Man, look.
I know
ain't nothing like an angry Tom Brady.
That's right.
There's no look. New England ain't got no. You know what? It kind of listen. I was getting ready to just go too crazy. I was about to say New England got no chance, right? But then I'm like, the chess match that might be going down between Belichick and Tom Brady. If anybody knows Tom Brady more than Tom Brady, is Bill Belichick, right?
I thought it was Giselle, but okay.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say, but I was like, I thought we were gonna keep it a little family friendly. But
no,
nah, look, I think I'm gonna have to roll with TB12.
So we got a clip of the new song that Carrie Underwood is going to sing. And she said, waiting all day for an ass kicking on Sunday night. And it's going to be New England. Waiting all day for that ass kicking on national TV. It won't be close. Give me the Bucks. Monday night, final game, as Brent Musburger's creepy, decrepit butt and the LA Raiders, they go to the Las Vegas Raiders go to the land of sunshine as they take on probably the seventh most relevant team in the LA market. They take on the Los Angeles Chargers of San Diego. Who do you got in this one? Do the Chargers go? Chargers go. They forgot.
I like both of these teams. I mean, this week, man, this week is going to be great football, man. I think there's going to be a lot of great football. All right, look, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Mm-hmm. That's a coin flip, man. For real, that's a coin flip. But I'm gonna go with the Chargers.
Okay, Chargers. I'm going to go, since they're out of Vegas, I'm going to go Chargers as well. Justin Herbert and them. They're coming off that high of beating the Chiefs, who are at the bottom of the division. I think they're going. It's wild, man. But we'll see what they do here. But Tim, good picks, man. This is a pleasure. We're gonna have to do this again sometime.
Oh, dude, for sure, man. Like 100. We're gonna have to, cook something up. Get you on our channel too, man.
Yeah, man. Always
we gotta do some stuff, man. And shout out to everybody in the chat who showed us some love today, man. I appreciate it. We're gonna be live. We live every Tuesday and Thursday night at 7:00 p.m. and then Sunday mornings at 11 we do a show called The Parlay, which is all fantasy football and gambling.
Degenerates.
Yeah.
Degeneration.
That's where the fun really goes down.
Man.
So every Tuesday and Thursday, 7:00, and then Sundays at 11:00. So we do focus on NFC East. My co-host Authentic, who's in the chat, he's a New York Giants fan. We lifelong friends. So we do all NFC East stuff, but we're heavy on Washington and Giants. So
what's up, money?
Check us out.
Yeah, man. Check them out. Links are in the description. Tim's Twitter is on there as well, so you go follow them, and the link to Authentic in the Beard's YouTube channel is on here as well. Y'all can catch me because I'm going to be running. I'm running through the gauntlet.
That's right.
This is part 1 of a 3-part saga tonight. I'm going to be on FILA sports podcast called Tyrone. We're going to preview the Falcons Washington football team, so y'all can go check that out as well. I'm going to get on here. I'm going to get on there as soon as I'm done here. But y'all, I appreciate it. Everything that y'all do here help this channel grow. We're getting up almost 2,400 people. I can't believe this. We don't do this without you. Make sure, and I'll do it for Tim too. I'm gonna slap the hell out of the damn table right there.
That's my man. That's all I wanted. I wanted one table slap, man.
We'll do it. Shout out to Travis Thomas. He's like, you can slap the hell out of that table, and I did yesterday though. But shout out to Tim. Shout out to Authentic. Shout out to all of you guys who are in there. Be here Sunday morning at 12:30. Also on Colorcast. Not to one up these guys, starting a new show on their talk show for about an hour. We're going to preview the games, talk Washington football, and everything else in DC and around the NFL. So come on, join us there. Join me there on the Colorcast app. It's going to be a good time. But as always, keep that same energy. We outlast the bastards together. Sanchez 405. My man, Tim, the Beard, Stewart. Love, peace, and hell. Till the next time, y'all. We out. All right.